I was watching the weather forecast before we came down to the plot today, and the weatherman was seemed to be implying to me that July had been a wet month. It might have been in some places, but I don't think that counts here. This is that first bed I cleared of Alfie potatoes, and it's bone dry. It didn't break up very well, and it needs some rain before I can dig it over again. So that's one bed that I know was really dry. I also tried clearing the brassicas out of this early bed, and once again the ground is bone dry, very difficult to dig, and I'll have to go through it again once it's had some rain and the ground has broken up a little bit, because that's pretty hopeless. And then if you watched the last video down at the plot, I dug out some Alfie potatoes and they came out on this bed, and again it's bone dry, it needs digging, and I can't do that till it rains and softens up a bit. That is absolutely hopeless. That will be no better for me digging it over than it is now. So I think we've had one wet day in July, a really wet day, and we had 40 millimetres of rain. That's really the only wet day we've had. We might have had the odd shower that's wet the top of the soil, but that's it. That's all we've had. So, don't know where. Obviously somebody must have had a wet month, but certainly we haven't. I'll put our weather charts on somewhere so you can see just how much rain we've had this month. But certainly I wouldn't describe it as a wet month. And what rain we have, as I say, it all came one day. It's not been nicely distributed through the month, so we're sort of getting around to have to water most of our crops if it doesn't rain. I know they are forecasting heavy thunderstorms for the weekend, or before the weekend even. It will be interesting to see if we get any. Guesses are we probably won't. And does it make a difference? Besides watering, I've got this bed of potatoes, which are supposedly our main crop potatoes, with more Alfie on the right hand side over there. I'm not sure what's on this side. I'll put it on. I think it might be Nadine. So they're all ready to come up. Bees should be enjoying the borage at least. A few weeds to come out. But again, I'd really like to clear this bed and dig it over and leave it for winter. But my guess is it's absolutely bone dry, and that's not going to happen until we get some rain. Anyway, that's my little rant about the weather. This is our rainfall chart, and if you have a look you can see that we got all our rain on the 9th of July. We had very little since, a bit on the 16th, and we had very little before. We won't be far off average rainfall, but it all came in one day. And just for your information, there's a few of our interesting July rainfall records since I started in 2010 then. The second chart shows our temperature records for July since 2010. As you can see, our average daily high temperature is around 22 degrees C, and we had to wait until the 17th of July to get above there. We've had a few hot days then, but it has been just an odd day, so nothing special temperature wise this month. This final chart shows how the average temperature for July has varied from the start of the month. So as you can see, it started very cold and it didn't really warm up, and it's just about got to where we were last year if you look at the two purple lines that are coinciding over the 29th. So it's been a cold July all round, which I think is why some stuff is struggling. Cold and dry, not a very nice combination. Thanks for watching, bye for now.